What is up, everyone? It is Lovenji Gaming, and once again I am being dragged into the middle of the ocean. Why I keep forgetting that that is a feature of being a spectator in the game, I will never know. But anyway, we are back with Populous, the Beginnings Beta Tournament. We have, playing as the Dakini tribe in the Dakini position, he's actually down one game in this best of three. It is Babo, representing Clan Overpowered. And we're going to come back to this. His opponent up one game already eliminating one member of the Clan Overpowered and hoping to eliminate a second after a phenomenal narrow passage game. Playing as the Chumara in the Chumara position, it is fake Jimmy, and I'm saying that because my stream chat wanted me to. This is Jimmy, or King of Albania, or Arbrim's brother, depending on who you talk to. He's representing the clan SW, and I never remember what SW stands for. But I know that the clan is pretty much entirely him and his family. So, now, this pressure point has a key feature, and one of the key features about pressure point when it's played this way is that it becomes significantly more about the Shaman's ability to convert and the ability to turn those converted troops those converted Braves into troops. You can already see that this is very different to a traditional Yggdrasil build. We've got 2 warrior training huts and a fire warrior hut out from Jimmy, and just a pure warrior hut out from Babo. Babo's run... Where has Babo gone? He's gone to the green base to actually get an early convert off. And then he's moved up to blue base, so he's working off of 3 bases worth of converts. So we got 3 bases worth of converts out of Babo. He's going to be trying to build everywhere and claim all of the map for his own. Jimmy's actually just gone into Babo's base. If you're not going to take your convert, I will, says Jimmy. Lots of converting going on. I'd like to see what the populations are already. Who got the better of the converting round? Jimmy's gone into Babo's base even further and is just taking what would traditionally be reds. And he's even Brave Blast into boot. I love it. I love to see this aggression. Weaker warriors, injured warriors deal less damage. They are less of a threat. Warrior in battle with a shaman. Has she been charging another blast? She doesn't need to, because remember, if a warrior takes a direct blast, he will then lose to a shaman in a fist fight, which is exactly what happens there. But Babo is all over the map. Babo sat on 58 pop. We have Jimmy on 45, so Babo's strategy did pay off. He has gotten the better of the convert. He's also got buildings all over the map, and he's even got warriors pushing into Jimmy's base. Jimmy, however, has been training warriors of his own, and he's got 2 warrior training huts pumping out warriors constantly. And he's even trained a couple of fire warriors to get into these towers and offer a little bit of a support. But neither player is really building that many huts right now. We've got a couple of huts out of Babo and absolutely 0 from Jimmy. It's going to be a very aggressive game, and probably not a very long one if things continue this way. Jimmy recognizes the threat of having Babo on his side, and he even builds these towers here. Not something you would traditionally see from a yellow base. And Babo's just pushing into the base. He's got ghosts. He's converting in Jimmy's base. He's just being very aggressive. He's all over the place. Ghosts, converts, braves, troops. Absolutely fantastic. We've got warriors pushing into Babo's main base. Could take out his warrior training hut. He does have a backup one, and he is also turning warriors into... Braves into warriors back here as well. Bunch of hut plans that have been thrown down. So, Babo's going for a more sporadic build. What are we seeing here? We actually miss it. Babo goes down. He actually loses the blast fight. Jimmy gets the better of him. He goes down. Jimmy gets himself a moment's respite. He gets the opportunity to convert a number of wildmen into Braves and start to push these red troops back. Babo's pulling the warriors back, trying to make sure that he doesn't lose them. Meanwhile, Jimmy's warriors are running rampant through Babo's base. Population difference right now is 72 to Babo and only 40 to Jimmy. So Jimmy has taken a bit of a hit, but Babo stands to lose control of his main base here. Whilst players building all over the map can be quite difficult to dislodge, there is something to be said for taking control of a player's main base. You have the opportunity to train fire warriors and set up a core camp, and if you remove their shaman from the game, you give yourself a significant advantage. It doesn't matter how many troops they have, how many bases they have, you have a shaman, they don't. You could do a lot of damage that way. Jimmy actually goes down to a warrior. He doesn't have the mana to keep up. He dies to a warrior. We've got fire warriors being pumped out by Babo as well. He's going to start getting these towers occupied to try and set up some line of defense. Meanwhile, Jimmy is running warriors into Babo's secondary base. Or is this a tertiary base? Is this the secondary base and this the tertiary base? Or is this the tertiary base and is this the secondary base? I'll let you be the judge of that. One of the bases that is not his main. Meanwhile, this warrior has been granted to stay. He's allowed to stay in the base. Destroy that hut. I don't need it anyway, says Babo. Another wood about to be lost from it. 2 more warrior training huts coming down here. Huts being built quite sporadically. They're not in a perfect grid. One of the reasons for that is to make them slightly harder to earthquake in case Jimmy's banked up some mana. Jimmy's getting some huts up of his own. He's got a stable looking base. Fire warriors are in towers now, so he's starting to hold a line. He's got a defensive line in his own territory. He needs to start thinking about pushing out onto the map and controlling more territory now that he's got his territory slightly secure. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's making a strong warrior push up the side of Babo's base. Population has narrowed. It is 60 to Babo and 43 to Jimmy, so Jimmy's done well keeping himself in this game and playing out the difficult one. Continuously churning out warriors is the name of the game, and you can really see how this style of pressure point with the Wildmen still being available really takes a lot of the power away from the Shaman. It really is more of a Dead Sea style of gameplay where it's all about these warriors. It's about where the troops are going and what damage they can do. These Braves are stuck, so Babo is patrolling them on the spot, and the reason he's doing that is because working Braves give more mana than idle Braves, and if they put their hands up and get stuck, not only will they eventually die over time, but they also count as idle Braves while they're stuck, as opposed to working. Jimmy is pushing up into what would normally be green base. This would normally be green base, guys, if you're not familiar with pressure point. This is green base, and this is blue base. So we've got Jimmy pushing up into what would be green base, blasting a bunch of the troops, weakening a lot of the Braves, actually getting quite a good few solid kills. The defense has been emptied as well. That warrior is going to go down. There's a fire warrior. No, he's behind the warrior training hut. I thought there was a fire warrior hiding in a warrior training hut. That would have been a genius play. I would have loved it, but once again, Jimmy goes down to a fire warrior. Meanwhile, we've got warriors from Babo pushing in down the main side strip, while Babo himself is trying to clear these danged warriors out of his base. He needs to repair his fire warrior training hut and get these towers filled so that they can offer some form of fire support. Population right now is 49 to Babo and 39 to Jimmy, so Babo's actually lost a lot of his population advantage. Jimmy's stabilized his base, whereas Babo spread slightly too thin to be able to defend it all. Again, this is Dead Sea style gameplay, and Jimmy's actually getting the better of Babo, which is quite surprising to see. Warriors going down. Babo's warriors have control of the middle, but they now need to think. Jimmy's got a defense. You know, if we go into the worldview and we start to look tower full, tower full, tower, 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 it's starting to look like you have to transition into a slightly longer game if you're Babo. You've got 3 bases worth of territory, so now you need to start thinking about having 3 bases worth of territory and growing your pop to the point where you can just throw units at him. Once again, Jimmy wants to reclaim this. This is the natural expansion. To use other games' terminology, this would be Jimmy's natural expansion, where he would build his second base, and Babo has taken control of it. So Jimmy's first port of call is to take it back. But he goes down to the Fire Warriors, which is most unfortunate. However, Jimmy is smart. He saves his warriors, gets them out of there, doesn't lose them unnecessarily. This one might go down. No, he's dizzy, but he's able to walk away. Now, there is a disadvantage yet to come for Jimmy, and that is even when he reclaims this base, we have the concept of damaged ground in Populous. I'll show you a piece of it right here. Look, this is damaged ground. You can see the land is slightly darker, or it would be if I stopped highlighting it with the cursor. The ground is slightly darker, and that land cannot be built on for some time. So when you're taking a base away from someone, not only have you got to dislodge their structures and remove those structures from play by actually destroying them, either by troops or by spells, you then have to wait for the ground to be undamaged again before you can use it for yourself. So the more land you deny your opponents, the stronger a position you can actually establish for yourself. This is the danger we were starting to talk about. Jimmy's pouring troops into Babo's main, and these Fire Warriors are creeping closer and closer to the core. Babo's going to make a defense. This is an interesting play, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's an actual play. He is actually making a play for the Armageddon right now. So Jimmy's at the back of Babo's base, converting Braves. I don't think Babo realizes that he's not as far ahead in population as he would like to be, but he is making a play to camp this hill. I tell a lie, I've just had a population update come through. It's badly timed. 80 population of Babo to 49 of Jimmy. Warriors are pouring into Jimmy's main base. Perhaps the Armageddon was just a distraction, but Babo is making sure to try to secure this Armageddon. If he can do a significant amount of damage or just keep Jimmy pinned in his base, the fact that he's spread all over the map means he will be able to win an Armageddon. Babo throws down the Earthquake. He gets a Warrior Training Hut. That's good to see. A Tornado comes out. He gets the other Warrior Training Hut as well. These are Jimmy's only Warrior Training Huts. Just kidding. There's one being built here. It's not finished, but it is being built. Fire Warrior Training Hut does not quite go down. Light it, Babo. Light it. Blast it. You've got 80 population. Blast it. 5 blasts. 5 blasts. 1 light. 5 blasts. Either or. It looks like this could be good game. I was getting excited for the Armageddon. I was getting excited that it wasn't a troll Armageddon. I was getting excited that Armageddon was actually the strategic play that Babo was making, and Babo just goes into Jimmy's base and wins it anyway. So, you know, I don't get nice things. I don't get to be excited about anything. Whatever Lovenji wants, Babo does the opposite of. Fire Warriors managed to pick Jimmy's Shaman up as she's trying to sneak away. They are now camping on the high ground as Warriors tear down the structures left, right, and center. Jimmy's lost control of his only base. And this is the difference. Babo lost control of one of his bases. He's lost control of his main base. If his Shaman dies, he'll be in big trouble because of the core camp that's set up. Jimmy needs to kill Babo's Shaman, and then things can perhaps swing in another direction. But Babo's answering like for like. There's the core camp onto Jimmy's Shaman, but that's not enough to kill the Shaman. Second volley is, however, Jimmy had responded slightly quicker. He might have actually prevented his own demise. But these Warriors are doing a great job. They are tearing down buildings. Fire Warriors patrolling, even more Fire Warriors coming in. He wants a well and true core camp. As Babo pulled his Shaman back to make sure that she doesn't die. I don't know where Babo's Shaman is. Probably off on a convert. Yep, there she goes. You just saw her converting. Babo calls the GG. Nice try, Arbrim, he says. Got building in Babo's main base here. Trying to take control of the main base, secure it for himself. Of course, Jimmy is being core camped currently while Babo walks around the map, and what he's doing there is just picking up a convert. This is a pressure point, guys. He can convert even at 140 population. He will just convert himself higher and higher and higher. The Armageddon is halfway done, although I doubt we'll be seeing an Armageddon in this game. Looks like the game will end way before that prey is completed. Babo's Shaman just walking around, going on a leisurely stroll. Warriors being trained, and even with all these warriors being trained, I strongly suspect he's got mana. Infinite amounts of mana. 93 population of Babo to the 27 of Jimmy. Doesn't look good, but hey, look, Fire Warriors are doing work. Fire Warriors are actually getting a couple of kills. Fire Warriors dancing around Babo's core. If you could just kill Babo's Shaman, they might be able to do something. They might be able to buy you a respite. Because Babo wouldn't have a Shaman anymore, but even with 27 pop, I think a core camp isn't enough to make something happen. Though you could start going around the map and getting the converts for yourself. It's a slow, long, and arduous process, and I tried to be as fair to the players as possible, and tried to talk about the ways that Jimmy can get back into this game, but I really don't think he has an option at this point. Babo's too far ahead. Armageddon is almost done. Jimmy says, GG, well played, and he quits. He doesn't want to fight the Armageddon. He knows he's beat. He doesn't even want to use slash surrender, which you can do in beta, by the way, guys. Slash surrender. No, he just quits. And that's fine.